Welcome back. As a part of this video, we'll understand ingestion testing. In the previous video, we understood there are four testing stages or types in big data functional testing. That is data ingestion testing, data storage testing, data processing testing, reports and visualization testing. The focus of current video is data ingestion testing. You may be wondering, why is it so important to have the data ingestion testing? We'll discover that as a part of this video. When we say data ingestion, right? Data ingestion is the first stage or initial stage where the data is sourced from various sources. The sources can be databases, log files, or any applications, or any streaming data into the big data ecosystem like HDFS or MongoDB or data lake. If data quality is compromised at the ingestion stage only, the issues will propagate throughout the entire data pipeline. Like pipeline includes storage, processing, output. So we got to be really careful while ingesting the data into the big data ecosystem. So as I said, data ingestion testing is essential. It is very much needed to check whether the ingested data is accurate or not. Then whether the ingested data is complete or not. Whether the ingested data is consistent with the source systems or not. And as we know, when we have built the data pipelines, we would have seen the data coming from multiple sources. So one of the important goals of the data ingestion testing is to check, to verify the data from multiple sources is adequately extracted. Then it is integrated as and when it is required, and also correctly loaded into the big data ecosystems. There are two important aspects of data ingestion testing validation. One is data acquisition validation. The second one is data integration, because we'll be doing one of these things or both of them as a part of the data ingestion. When we talk about the ingestion testing, there are different scenarios. We have covered some three important scenarios here as a part of our video. Scenario one is data is ingested and loaded into the big data ecosystem for analysis. Scenario two is data is ingested, integrated, and loaded into the big data ecosystem. Then scenario three is data is integrated, consolidated, and loaded into the big data platforms. Let's look at them pictorially. So if you see here, we have different sources. We have some files, CSV files and JSON, and we have a RDBMS, and we have some application. There are multiple sources. And we directly ingest this data into the big data ecosystem. It can be Hadoop, it can be MongoDB, it can be anything. Scenario two, if you say, what we are trying to do is, let's say these are the different sources. Then we ingest the data into the big data storage. We can consider it as a staging. Then we integrate the data and then we load that into the big data ecosystems. It's like a Snowflake, or it can be HBase, it can be data lake. And in scenario three, what we do is we ingest the data and we consolidate the data. We consolidated the data at the staging area only. Then we process the data and then we load that into the data ecosystems. Wonderful. We covered the different scenarios of data ingestion. Then what and all checks we need to perform? We have to ensure the data ingestion adheres to the defined schema. That is the first thing we have to do. Then validate if there is any corruption in the data. Then compare some part of the data or whole data with the ingested data to confirm whether the data is correct or not. Then verify that data is accurately loaded into the desired big data systems. In order to validate, in order to test the data ingestion, we do have some check types. They are metadata validation, data quality validation, and data one-on-one validation. We have already seen this as a part of our earlier video, but we'll quickly go through this as a part of the data ingestion testing. In metadata validation, we will verify that the incoming data is conforming to the expected schema or target schema. And in the schema, whether the data types are correct or not, whether the format is proper or not, or structure is as per the defined terms or not. That will be validated in metadata validation. In case of quality, there are three dimensions in quality. One is completeness, the second one is data accuracy, the third one is data consistency. So, as a part of the data quality validation, will ensure that all the expected data records and fields are present. Then we'll verify that the ingested values match the source data. Then we'll also see if there are any corruption or if there is any misrepresentation of the data which is ingested. After validating the quality, will also go for a data one-on-one validation. As a part of this, will ensure that the data moved from the source systems to a target system is identical. Wonderful. We understood how the data ingestion testing is done. Thank you.